something like the thumbnail. I hope you've all had an awesome, crafty, fantastic week. Yeah, if you can let me know in the chat if this is all working. We're again trying to dual stream, so I will either be streaming, so you'll either be seeing me on Facebook or on YouTube. So let me know where you're seeing me and if it's all working okay. Yeah, because it's always good to know when I'm trying out new technology. So yeah, if you let me know if everything's working okay, and then we will get on with the little puffin. Excuse me. There's going to be a lot of coughing today in an attempt to get the right antihistamine medicines to sort out my eyes. My eyes are fine now and I'm coughing, so we have to choose. Do we want me rubbing my eyeballs or do we want me coughing at us all? Okay, I think we're live. I think I'm seeing eyeballs here, but yeah, so we can sort of make a start because I'm nervous to get on with this guy because hopefully we can get him done. I'm not sure. This is the rappy of the feet type bit today, so this might take a bit of time, but we've got our next monthly Makers box. For those of you that don't know, this is the Makers with 2 S's at the end, is a needle felting company in the UK, although they ship worldwide, and they do monthly subscription boxes with a project for every month, and we felt along with them. And next month, my box is on the way, is the Three Little Pigs box, and I'm super looking forward to that. But anyway, let's see if this works first of all. Oh, it does indeed. I hope you like or even notice I've spent the entire day changing my setup so that the overhead camera is sort of less in my face. And watch this, I've got so much more space to felt into. So I've made this area. I'm not seeing any chat just now. I will just immediately check that everything is going okay, hopefully. Or let me know in the chat. Just say, Pam, we see you before I get started, because I hate this talking away to myself. It looks like we should be live. Let's not put audio on. But is it working? Is it working? Fingers crossed. Oh, YouTube is super slow. Are we actually live? I think we are. Come on. I'm seeing the spinny loading page. Quality tubing where you're watching me watching myself, try and figure out if I'm watching myself correctly. Oh, yep. That looks like I'm actually live. So I'm definitely live on YouTube. Don't know if I'm live on Facebook, but we'll find out. Okay, right, happy. At least that's done. So here we go. My top down section of Puffin. Where had we got to? We've done his beak, his eyes. Check the eyes for symmetry. That's kind of symmetric. Oh, comments are coming in now. Fantastic. If you're on YouTube, I'll be able to see your name in the chat. I'll show you. I can even do this. I should have done this ages ago. So Siberian Daniel, thank you so much for letting me know. If you're on YouTube, I can see you in the chat. If you're in Facebook and you haven't logged in through the link that should have been sent to Facebook, then you will only show up as Facebook user. So if you can let me know who you are if you're in Facebook and you haven't logged in, if that makes sense. But yes, so Facebook user, hello. Daniel, Angela, hello. Can see and hear you. Facebook user watching on Facebook loud and clear. And RJ, you're live, no worries. Thank you so much. Okay, I'm nervous to get on with this because we've got puffin feet to wrap with florist tape, and I've had had fun with florist tape in the past. But anyway, okay. So I want to take, we're at this stage on the puffin, which is a wisp of red, orange, and golden yellow. Where have I put all my colours? I don't know where the orange is, but that will make an orange as well. Red and yellow will make an orange, so that works. How could I have lost colours anyway? So basically we're making a lighter orange colour to go onto the side of the beak just below the mouth. About the size of a pea. I'm also going to check, I like to check in the main picture just to see, oh great, okay, it's little bobbly cheek bit. Look, I see. Okay, so I do need to blend this because it will be seen in the final piece. What is everyone's week been like? I have had the most weird of coincidences. I was quiet. I was quiet with sales in my shop for a little while, so I decided I wanted to just felt some fun projects, some little dogs for me, just because I could, and I had thought I wanted to do some in different shapes. I didn't bring it upstairs, but I've got a curled up sleeping cat that is adorable that I've got to finish off. And then I thought I want to do a dog in a play bow, and I also want to do a certain breed of terrier that I've not felted for a very long time. So I'd started doing that in small size, and oddly enough, this customer immediately bought and wanted a large size of that breed of dog in the play bow position. I was like, wow, that's like the universe conspiring for me. Right, so we've got to do about pea-sized lumpy cheeky things. All the technical words here. So it's just below his bottom of his mouth, a lumpy, oh, get off me, a lumpy cheeky thing. Yeah, so that's been my week of coincidences. Sadly, the wonderful weather for long walks has vanished, which I'm quite depressed about. It is utterly freezing here, hence sleeves. I don't do sleeves, but yeah, it's vile. So, where are you watching from in the world, and what's been happening in your little world? Let me know in the chat. That is cute. I don't know if it's right, but it's cute. And don't forget, if this is your first time, we go live every Sunday with the makers boxes, and also I am here to help you craft your career with advice and tips on either crafty inspiration or creative marketing. So I'm also here to help you grow your Etsy shop. Well, grow selling your art, but for preference on Etsy, because that's where I sell the most. That's what I find the best for crafters, even though I do swear a lot about Etsy. I'm not their biggest fan in the world, but they're the best we've got. So that's what we do. So if you're interested in that, don't forget, hit us a thumbs up if you're enjoying the puffin, and subscribe and come back if you're interested in more crafty projects or learning how to sell your crafty projects. Yeah, and yeah, let me know in chat. I know not everybody's selling that's on here, but let me know if you are selling. What are some of your biggest questions? What are some of your biggest struggles? I know we spoke about pricing last week. I will do an in-depth dive into pricing. But yeah, what are your struggles? Or if you're not selling but would like to, why are you not? What's the fear? What's the barrier to entry for you there? And we'll see what we can do about that. That's so adorable. I think it's far too big, but it's very cute. Okay, what are we doing? Take more of the grey mix you made earlier. Yep, I'm out of that. So let's make some more grey. Black and white, that's pretty easy. A larger triangular patch below the orange patch. So these bits are not in the main template. I love these templates that's on the back page. So they're, oh wow. Laurie's in Massachusetts and RJ's in North Carolina, USA. And Laurie's it's your first time here, so hello there, welcome aboard. Never felted, but I'm interested. Oh, cool. You don't have to needle felt to to join in here. We have all types of crafters here, but yeah, if you're interested in felting, cool. As I say, these are subscription boxes from the makers, but we have tons of different felting tips and advice and videos and projects on here. And if you pop over to the makers YouTube channel as well, they have tons of tips and advice. These kits, that what I'm making just now, this is not my project. I've not invented it. So yeah, definitely support them as well. They're very kind to let me do this because it's fun for all of us to see how it works out. Okay, so triangle, it looks like it goes down to his neck where his head joins on. It looks like a triangle. So Laurie, do you do any other crafting apart from wanting to do needle felting? I'd totally say it's one of the easiest crafts to get into because it's super cheap. Like, all you need to start, get yourself a needle, which are under £1, and well, under $1, I believe, and just get some fleece, just some little cheap core wool, and get practicing making shapes and stuff. And then as you get more experience, order in some colors and start making stuff. My advice is always to start off with a simple project, like start off making a bowl and then building up from that. However, I never listened to my own advice, and I went straight into making an entire project the first time I started. And I think most people do. Just dive in and you'll learn as you go along. You can't go wrong, and it's super cheap. Oh. Right, bizarre little grey things under his neck. Take a pinch of black, stretch it, that'll reach from the top of the beak to the back of the head. Felt it down at the front of the head and then down the middle like a centre parting. That's intriguing. All right, it's a kind of like little mohawky thing. Oh, Laurie, you spin and crochet and knit, right? Okay, needle felting's even cheaper for you then, because if you're spinning, you already have the fleece, so you know how to work that. So yeah, grab a needle and dive in. I think some of the first people that started needle felting, that was kind of how they did it, because they had fleece lying about anyway. So yeah, absolutely, go for it. I don't know how much to felt this bit. It's looking like a cool mohawk. Just let's just leave it a bit fuzzy, right? Because this is the bit I'm nervous about. Right, I kept the wire from last week. I was told to do so. Need 23 centimeters of length, so I need to cut off. Let's. I'll cut it off once I've bent it because I always mess things up. So I want 9 centimeters is about there. Oof. And 5. Yeah, so definitely need to clip off a wee bit. And this wire is super strong, so excuse me a minute. There we go. Oh, I thought that was going to fly off and ping into my eyeball or something. Right. Take the bird legs, which is wider than... Oh, because we can... Wire bends, Pam, you're brilliant. Yeah, so we can totally bend that outwards a bit. Tape the green wire stem onto the bird legs. Okay, now you've got 10 minutes of watching me find the start of this tape. I used the florist wire years ago when I made, oh, you can't see him and we'll have an avalanche, but when I made my dragon to attach, oh, there's the start, or is it? To attach the wings and the arms and everything to the body, and it kind of works quite well. And it also covers up, oh, for goodness sake. It covers up any pokey bits of wire as well. Riveting content, unwinding a bit of tape. But yeah, so the florist's tape, that's it, comes in a load of colours and is actually, I won't say it's easy to use, but it is pretty cool. Right, there we go. Scissors, scissors. So there we go, scissors. Stick into everything. Right, as this is way too big, I'm just going to take a little bit off to start with because I know I'm going to get in a mess. And it's kind of weird, as you sort of pull it, it starts to stick to itself, but it doesn't, it's not sticky and then it becomes sticky. It's bizarre stuff. But it's really cool for joining wire to wire. Stay at peace, you pain. That was probably too much of this stuff. Laurie's water felted a flower at my local yarn shop was a class. That's fun. Oh, cool. Yeah, I've done wet felting a little in the past. It's a super cool, quick way to make, well, I say quick, it is hard work. It really is, but to make bits of fabric and then in shapes to do like flowers and stuff. So yeah, if you've done that, that's a great start. You could totally use those bits and then kind of embellish them with a bit of needle felting. Or see if your class will put on needle felting classes as well, because then it's good for them as well. Because I remember years ago the thing was everyone was wet felting these cat caves. I don't know if anyone's seen them. They are gorgeous. They are what it sounds like. It's a big wool cave for cats. And a friend of mine got me the instructions and we were both having a go, and hers was great. She had this giant cave and she even felted some cool mushrooms to go on top and everything, and it looked gorgeous. It was utterly glorious. But her cat, being a cat, took one look at it and wouldn't go in and decided to sit on top of it and flatten it down to a puffy bed. So there was really no point in doing that. I tried, and then I realized to wet felt things in any great size is a lot of work. And I ended up, come on, you stick. I ended up basically with something that was about this big, and awful cut. It looked awful. So rather than a cat cave, it might have worked as a kind of birdhouse, but no self-respecting bird would have been in it. It was ugly. Scrap and Palette Man, hello there, good to see you. Oh, I've lost what side that is. Excellent dexterity. Oh, so kind of you. Yeah, if you guys haven't checked out, Scrap and Palette Man is our resident Womble. He has an awesome YouTube channel where he goes around the streets picking up people's junk and turning it into treasure. It's really cool stuff. So if you haven't checked him out, check him out. Yeah, it's really great to see in someone else's side of the world what people chuck out and how you can turn them into treasure. Very cool. excellent dexterity and I hit the mic as usual. Also, guys, let me know in the chat if everything is working. Just let me know how the overhead shot is working. I spent ages setting this up today. Managed to get rid of the big rig that's in my face. Did some DIY. Broke a nail. So I feel all grown up. So yeah, I've now got this attached properly for a proper overhead view. So let me know if it's good, bad, if you didn't even notice, which is, I suppose, is probably the best. If you didn't notice it, then it's not terrible. Okay, this is terribly wrapped, but it's okay. You won't notice, I hope. But yeah, this leg's better than the first one. Better again through it. And yeah, guys, if you're, I don't know if the Zoom call's finished, if we've got the felting gang in yet. But guys, let me know if you're making the puffin, where you've got up to with your own puffin. I haven't actually seen any of your puffins this week. So I don't know where everyone's up to, but I'm thinking the Zoom people should be near enough finished. Hopefully. Right, let's see if I can get this bit to stick better than the other side. So when you pull it, it goes sticky. Well, it's definitely sticky on my fingers. I wish I had a cloth or something to wipe my hands, but we'll just deal with it. Oh, RJ, thanks, saying that overhead looks great. Cool, thank you very much. As I say, I had a similar overhead earlier, but it was in the way, so I decided to affix a rig to, I would say, the ceiling. For those that don't know, this is actually my spare bedroom, and I'm underneath a double bed. Just now it's a loft bed, but I'm underneath a double bed. So I now have the rig attached to the loft bed. Don't worry, crafty mum. That's the only person that stays here is my mum when she comes to visit. So you can still use the bed. Right, okay. Wiping that on my trousers. This is the bit I am nervous about. Okay, we've got to do something with pipe cleaner. I'm confused. Alicia, I really need you here to explain to me what I'm doing. Okay, so I want to cut it into 2 5cm and 2 10cm lengths. Okay. Wow, these scissors are rubbish. That's probably because I was cutting wire with them. 2 5cm and 2 10cm lengths. In fact, yeah, that's just half, isn't it? Rose is in the house. Hello there. How you doing, Rose? What am I doing? Okay. Okay. Use strips of tape to attach the 5cm to the middle toe. This is all confusing me. Right. So we want to extend the toe by about 1/2 centimetre. Tape all along the front and back of the toe, even a little bit beyond the end so that no white's visible. Gotcha, I think. Scissors are there. Okay, this is going to be so fiddly. Okay, everyone talk amongst yourselves while I'm doing this because I am really nervous about getting this right. Okay, that seems to be working. And I believe you can get any of these bits, so if you want, I I just read it and it says don't leave any of the white showing, and I've just left some of the white showing. Okay, but we'll deal with that later. Right. I'll add another bit on because I've missed the back bit. Rose, the 5 centimeter goes on the middle toe. Yes, thank you. It's so nice to have people who know what they're doing. How are you getting on with your puffin? I know. Oh, that bit's all spinning around. I think you guys did the feet a couple of weeks ago. Am I right? There we go. That's now I can just get this right down and cover up that extra bit of white. There, that's better. Does not want to stick. It's sticking to me. If you can hear that, I don't know. All right, I'll just make it a bit easier with this little bit to anchor it first of all, and then I'll add more to cover it up. Oh, Rose, still slowly working on the feet. Find it needs glue after each step. Yes, mine could probably do with some glue, but I don't have any up here, so we'll just work with what we've got. And I can stick it later because it's only little bits that are coming unraveled. I'm sure it'll work enough anyway. And then I can fix it off camera, because much as I love you guys, there is no way I'm working with glue on camera. I would spill the entire thing, and yeah, that would just be embarrassing. I'm struggling enough working with this, so yeah. But this is cool. I have never done feet like this before, that's for sure. RJ isn't working on the puffin, but you are felting. Cool, good to hear it. Yeah, again, you don't have to be a felter, and you definitely don't have to be making the boxes. It's cool just to hang out. We have lots of crafty people, so that's so cool. I do love to see your puffins, your things when you're done, but also anything that you're making. Feel free to share it in Pam Duffy's Crafty Friends, or if you are making one of the maker's boxes, remember and share with them as well. Okay, all right. Take one of the 10 centimeters and bend it in the middle. I can do that. Align this with the 2 outer toes, hooking it on the back like that, I assume. Yeah. And fasten with tape. Gotcha. I think I've got you. I'll attach them with a little bit first and then cover it. So basically we're just using this to extend the toes a little bit because they were too wee. Because these little bird feet, I assume, do sort of any kind of bird that you're thinking of creating. That's the wrong way around. So it's cool to know you can just do this to extend them. And it is handy. I've done my dragon feet. I've done the wire armature myself from scratch, and it's cool to do it, but it is really fiddly. Says she, not managing to get the tape to stick to this toe. So it's cool if you're just starting out to have these little bird feet to be able to make it a bit easier, because they are super fiddly. If you're doing any of the armature stuff yourself, I would totally recommend after you've done every bit, wrapping it up either using florist wire or covering it with some fleece or something, because it is a nightmare for all the little bits, all these little bits like poking you in the eyeballs and stuff. So yeah, definitely, if you're doing your own armature, remember, and let's just hook that round there first. Remember and cover up every bit. Yeah, that's a bit easier. If you want to anchor it round, I'll show you what I did when I when I do it on the next toe. But if you anchor it to start with, this is exactly what I do with fleece, so that's easy. If you anchor it to start with, then I can pull much firmer on this, and then that'll hopefully help it stick in even more. And then that would just need a tiny dab of glue at the end. But yeah, that is so much better. Right, I'll try and actually show you properly. So I'm going to wind this toe. So I'm starting with the tape over here going around the back. So it kind of hooks. So it's going to wrap onto itself, right? It's a loop around the back and then going around the toe, and that's where the first bit of the hook is. So it's wrapping onto itself, and that way I can pull nice and tight, and it's much less fiddly. Right, okay, pro tip that I just learnt this very minute. So I could just dip the ends of that into glue now. Everything else is nicely firm. And then I assume we do the exact same for the other foot. And then I'm a bit nervous about, but it's cool how we're going to use this tape to make the webbing between the toes as well. So that looks fun. I don't think his toes are going to be very even, but oh, that is so sticky and disgusting. All right, let's see if we can just go straight from looping it so I don't have to anchor it first. Right, this leg's unwinding slightly, so I'm gonna go around the leg. It's a pain because they're joined. Oh, you've got to hold it until it catches on itself. It's a bit of a pain. So around the leg, get the toe back. And then up and over. Ooh, what did I just do there? Excuse me a moment, people. Well, Okay, guys, can you let me know? Is that working? It's showing sound on my end. Thank you for letting me know. Oh, okay. It looks like it's working, guys. Can I get a thumbs up if the sound's working again? I clicked a few buttons. It looks like it's working. I know it's going to take like 2 minutes for the delay for me to find out if it's actually working. So, guys, let me know. Let me know if I fixed it in the chat. Sounded, everyone's saying it definitely had gone, but hopefully I got it back. It's back. Thank you. Right. Cool. Sorry, you guys tell me this, and I know there's a bit of a delay, so I don't get to know if I fixed it or not until the delay. Right. Guys who've done the feet, can you explain to me how I wrap 2 toes at once? Do I do 2 toes and then 3 toes? Is that what I'm doing? Because I don't see how I can wrap those 2 toes with these 2. I'm saying toes quite a lot. You know what I mean. Yeah, because I'm not sure how I would do these 2 toes. I'm saying toes a lot. Well, I'll do 2 anyway, and you guys can let me know. That bit of tape does not want to stick. But it's definitely webbed, right? I'll do these 2, and then you can let me know how I do. I must have to go round all 3. I can't wrap. Let me know. I'm confused. At least we've got the sound working. That, yeah, when I hit the mic, I must have done more there. Right, I'm going to start at the top this time so that it'll actually hold itself, hopefully. Yeah, thank you for letting me know I sorted out the sound. Oh, life is wonderful. Talking away to myself. And yeah, for anyone who's not used to seeing people live, unfortunately, there's a lag from when you type something to I get to see it. So absolutely let us know when things are going wrong, but it'll take a minute or two before I'm not ignoring you. It'll take a minute or two before I'm able to fix it. Right, I am going to try doing the 3 toes. I don't see how else to do it. Let's just go with that. But then I don't see why didn't we just do 3 to start with? Or okay, right. Don't know. I'm just going to try something and see how that works. So I'll wrap around this toe, possibly. Oh, this stuff is a pain. I knew this was going to be a pain. You need extra fingers to get it to stick where you want it to go, to get it to hold, but then let go and keep enough tension. There we go. Got it. So I'll wrap around like that. Oh, that's all falling off there. That kind of works. There's a bit of a gap. Sort of. I've not seen anybody do. I should have watched the makers to show me how to do this, but I didn't. I'm sure they do have a standalone video on how to wrap the puffin's feet. They generally have for anything when it's getting a bit complicated. Or the makers do also have the Sunday Zoom call where they're all felting together before this, but I'd never managed to get onto the call. because I'm always busy getting ready for this. I would say, like, some days it's always napping, but today I was doing my DIY, fixing the overhead camera. Okay, it's not perfect, but it's a foot. It's definitely a webbed foot. I might go over it one more time to kind of neaten it up a bit because it is ugly. So let's get a big piece and hopefully like try and stick everything down. I'll just start here. Yeah, that's better. Slightly better. Oh, give me a thumbs down if I'm getting this totally wrong. I really think I am. Because it's at an angle, it's hard to wrap this straight without it wanting to slide down the foot. I can see, yeah, stopping and gluing this would make a whole ton of sense. But it's a foot. It's kind of working. Lisa, the feet are adorable as far as feet can go. Oh, thank you. Joined late, but I believe they belong to the puffin. Yes, these are the puffin's feet. Thank you. I'll just keep you guys at a distance so you can't see them fully. But I guess if I cover them with a layer of glue and stuff, and it looks like we're colouring in the toes a bit black, so they've got the nails. But anyway, I've extra bandaged them so they're holding. Ooh, that slipped. So they're holding a bit better at least. And then you could totally dip them in the paver pole, because when you use that, it soaks into it a little bit, and then you dip it in or cover it, leave it for a couple of hours, and then it gets like, I guess, like kind of polymer clay almost. And you can just sort of smooth everything out and shape the toes to points and everything. Yeah, I totally love doing that with the paver pole. All right, let's see if we can get this to work. Okay, I don't know if this is how we're supposed to do it, but it's working for me. Alicia, I needed you. I needed help with the toes. I'm so late. I hope you're okay. It's good to see you anyway. And Facebook users, anyone who's on Facebook who hasn't filled in the permissions for their name to be shown, I will only see you as Facebook user. So if you can let me know who you are. But hello, good to see you. Alicia, you are zooming freestyle fairy. Oh, well, cool. A fairy zoom sounds way more fun. I think I'm doing the feet wrong, but it's something. And they do need glued for sure. You guys stick. And the puffin pack will be available soon. Yeah, I think all of the packs now, but the monthly makers packs, if you've seen any of them and you thought, oh, I didn't have a subscription and I really wanted to do that, the packs will be usually available a month or two after they've been in the maker's kit, in the maker's box. So you can always grab a puffin later if you saw it and you thought, oh, I wanted to do that. Alicia, we did a whole month of zooms on the puffin. Mine is adorable. Oh, brilliant. Because last week he was going through a runner duck phase. Oh, would you stick? Yeah, definitely that's going to need lots of glue, right? I don't know if you can hear that on the mic. Oh, anyway, but that'll do because I can come back and work on the glue later. But It definitely looks like feet. I don't have a black Sharpie up here, do I? No. Right, I can see that they're coloured in a bit there. I haven't done the glue in or anything. I don't have a black Sharpie up here. Should I do purple or pink nails on my puffin, or should I just leave them? I think I should just leave them. Pam, behave. Okay. So I can deal with the feeties later, but make a large incision. So look away if you're squeamish. I'm just going to check where this comes out of the body. It is around about there. That's where I think. Look away now. Sorry, little guy. Really sorry. And it wants to be really deep because the wire is going up. So sorry. That's quite an extensive surgery. Okay. I have now opened up a cavity in the poor little guy's belly. Alicia wants purple toenails, but don't watch, this bit's brutal. It was quite, wasn't it? Right. We will insert his leggies. That's worked pretty well. This stage we're supposed to glue, but I'm not going to because that's what I'm like. But because the wire is in a N shape up there, if I felt across here, carefully not hitting the wire, that should anchor this in pretty good anyway. Depends how firmly you felt. This is a lot softer than I would normally, but it should still be firm enough to hold it in place. Shall we? Right, we'll give him purple toenails because I suggested it. Right, come here. See how this works. Oh, it's not really showing up. It looks more pink. It looks like he's been up to some gruesomeness and has like bloody toe tips. I will find my black Sharpie. I'm afraid that is not working very well. And also that one's unraveling. Right, yeah, I don't know, you guys can't see that. It just looks a little bit gruesome. I will stop doing that. Marie, I'd love to try the puffin. Hopefully I can get the pack. Yep, it should be in the shop soon. It's Alicia, if you want to drop a link to the makers, and then just keep an eye out, and the pack will be up when the pack's up. Yeah, good point, Alicia. You can use the same trick for duck's feet as well. Absolutely. I will take your time with the feet. Don't do it live on camera because it is fiddly. But totally the best way to do this. But I would wrap it up and then dip it in an absolute metric ton of glue, let it get tacky. Much easier. Need to add more white to the puffin's tummy to compensate from the fairly brutal surgery we've just put him through. Okay, little guy, let's get you some more tummy. Lisa, I have to add the purple nails to go with your purple collection. Alicia, yeah, the painting after you let the glue dry would make more sense. But I am too chicken to do glue just now. I know it will go wrong. He is looking rather fun now. Not quite a puffin yet, but hopefully when we get the colours on, he will look more puffin-y. Puffin-like. And accidentally, his head slightly to the side, which gives him an extra cute sort of inquisitive look, which totally works for me. I'm not sure where he's I'm not sure where he's going to go into my shelf of fuzzies. I'm gonna have to go in and tidy that up because just now I've been like randomly pulling fuzzies out and stacking them on top of each other. We're gonna have to sort it out so it looks better. Ooh. Oh, my screen shifted up. I was like, ah, nobody's watching now. It's all cut off again. Didn't want any more technological issues. It does say if you're gluing this in, you can carry on felting. Just be careful with the glue up inside his body, not to stab all the way through to where the glue is, because glue and needles don't always work really well together. I tried years ago. I might try it again, actually, a similar thing, but I tried with the fabric stiffener with the paver pole stuff. I had made a felted bat and I wanted to make it into a brooch for a friend, but figured I wanted to, make it more durable. As a brooch, it would sort of keep wearing away at itself as it was rubbed against clothes and things. So I dipped the whole thing in the paver pole, and the bat went fantastic. It was gorgeous. It was lovely, but the brooch back rusted, and it was a really, quite not really expensive. They're not, but it was a quality one. It wasn't just junk off eBay or something. So watch your needles in glue. You are taking on quite a slant, little guy. Hang on. Right, let's hold you at peace. Where's me 3 needle? Yeah, we're supposed to felt this fairly softly, but I really, really, really don't like unfelted things. I really like things felted fairly firmly, so it's hard for me not to totally go in. And also, the more I felt him, the more stable his feet are going to be. That's my story. Just want to check. Can you even stand up? He's you can just see his head. Right. Anyway, okay, let's get on to it. Stand your bird up. I did. Will you stand on my hand? Don't. There we go. Stand your bird. He stands. He actually balances. That is impressive. They don't usually. You usually have to fart about with the legs quite a lot to get them to balance. Adding black markings. Yes. This is hopefully where it will start to look like what it's supposed to. Create a collar. Ratio. So it goes down here. And then it sort of comes back to a point at his head. Alicia, yeah, use the 3 needle tool. I did. You saw it sitting there because I've got my giant camera angle now. I've got much more room to felt on because I moved the camera. I'm really going to have to find somewhere to put the mic so I stop hitting it. Let's try and balance this and make it even-ish. I suppose he looks puffiny, doesn't he? Stop hitting that. For headphone users, I am incredibly sorry that I keep hitting the microphone. Okay, and then it comes down to make a kind of fake wing shape. Oh, I'm trying to see this. It says check the symmetry by looking from the top. Yeah, that works too. Can you guys see it? Hey, for me that's not bad. Right, so that kind of comes out at an angle to pretend a wing. That's cute. And then back down the tail. We are not going to be able to make this symmetrical. Just behind his eye. Not to about there. Don't run out of black before we finish this. Down and then down his tail, and then I just need to cover his back, and we've got puffins have short stubby tails, absolutely. Yeah, and add some of the grey at the top of his legs, which he keeps sliding out a bit. I haven't felted them in enough, or I haven't used glue, which would have helped. But let's cover him and then do the legs, and then Lisa, what accessories would a puffin have? A lot of the guys now have done the sand eels coming out of his mouth, which just look absolutely gorgeous. I don't think I'll have time to do that because we should have our piggy, our three little pigs kit here next week. There's some grey I've got. So I won't have time to do that. But if you check in some of the images, either on the Maker's Facebook page, or it's Everyone's a Maker, or in Pam Duffy's Crafty Friends, there's some pictures of them with the little sand eels coming out of their beak. And it just looks absolutely awesome. What other accessories? That's a good question. You don't really see like baby puffins, do you? I'm trying to think, like, if you're making penguins, it's cute to add baby penguins, but you don't particularly see baby puffins. Right, I just need to smooth this out. Make sure he actually sits right. But we kind of have a puffin. Really not bad considering the nightmare I just had with the feet. I definitely totally want to make a parrot. I did a toucan after doing that beak, but definitely want to make a parrot. I think that would be so much fun. I might do a smaller one at some point, unless the makers have a plan for one. That would be cool too. But that's cool. He will definitely be done for this week, and then we'll be able to get on with the three little pigs. So if you haven't, Diana, make some pink thrift flowers and grass. Yeah, I could make a scene for him, grass and flowers and everything. Ginger, hi there. Hello, Sunday morning with Pam and Charmin the Puff. Hey there. Yes, we're nearly done with him. So I'm just, as I'm felting, I'm sort of pushing him down so his legs are fitted properly. But it's kind of working. I think we've kind of got a. Oh, thank you for. Oh, it's safe. I would swear someone made that up. Baby puffins are called pufflings, which is so sweet. That's adorable. Absolutely love it. Now I'm going to have to Google pufflings to see what they're like. That sounds so much fun. Guys, if you like pufflings, give us a thumbs up. I know, childish. But yeah, don't forget, give us a thumbs up if you've enjoyed this glitchy, terrible video. Let's aim for 20 likes today. I should have said that at the start, really, shouldn't I? Yes, if you sign up for the Makers Monthly Box, not sponsored, I'm in the UK, I have to make that clear. If you sign up for the Makers Monthly Box just now, you'll get the Piggies box. That's the one that's being sent out just now. If you want the Puffin, you'll have to wait and see. But yes, if you sign up, then the Piggies will be sent out to you, and they look fun. We're going to be making 3 pigs. So I'm intrigued if I'm going to be able to make that in a month, but we'll see. Hopefully that box will be with me by next week and we can get started on our piggies. Looking for us years since I've felted the pig. I used to do them quite a lot and then didn't. Bridget, OMG, couldn't get any cuter than pufflings. I totally agree. That's adorable. So some people that find creatures or name them go all like sensible and come up with daft, with sensible sounding names. Other people are just like, it's a baby puffin. It has to be a puffling. Oh, you didn't make it up. I believe you. You're not the kind of person that would lie to me about something as adorable as that. Bit plain to look at, mainly grey and a smaller grey bill. Oh, well, maybe we'll try a puffling at some point. That does sound quite adorable. Oh, Bridget, thank you. That's a great looking puffin. All entirely the Makers. I really wish I hadn't put the purple on his feet. It even, because the tape is slightly absorbent. Can I show you? Which one am I trying to show? I don't know if you can see, but the red has kind of bled slightly. It looks quite gruesome. Alicia, have you ever made a mouse the Maker's way with pipe cleaners? That's how we'll make the pigs. I don't think I did mice. I did the badger, the standy up badger a while back. That method. I'm just looking forward to it because it's always different methods from how I felt. So it's always good to learn new things, different techniques. I would totally do the pigs with pipe cleaners, but probably not the way the Makers do, which just goes to show you can do things all sorts of different ways, and it's good to practice other people's methods because you might find something that's useful in a different project, like if you're doing a different size or a slightly different body shape. So it's cool to try these different things because this is not how I would have made a puffin, but I love it. Yeah. Well, how I would have made a puffin, I've no idea. I've never made a puffin. I've not made many birds at all. I really have to do some more. As I say, a parrot or a toucan, really want to make. But I'll probably do them half size. Also, I was going to say with Christmas coming, well, it sort of really is when you're thinking in terms of craft world. I really should make a robin. I have been planning. I want to make a pom-pom robin. I want to do more pom-pom needle felted things because I think they're fun projects. If you haven't tried before, I have some videos on it, but you can, if you're clever with how you wind the colors of wool into a pom-pom maker, when you cut it, you can get this like pattern. You can get pattern on it. You can get colors in different places. And the wool, if it's wool or acrylic, you wind to make a pom-pom, you can actually felt some of it in place, like to make snouts and all sorts of things, or beaks or stuff, and then trim it. And you can actually make pom-poms that are really cool, like felted sculptures, but faster than felting. And they are quite adorable. So if you haven't tried that, that's a fun projects to make. I do have a few. I'm trying to remember. I started with a wolf and then a tiger. Don't think I ever did the lion on camera. It's a hedgehog. So much fun. The tiger was the most fun. I think I didn't even no, I did practice it first, but when you're winding everything, everyone knows. I hope everyone knows how to wind a pom pom. So in your head, you know where you think you're putting all the colours and everything, but it's not till you cut it open and you're like, it worked. It's so much fun. So yeah, makers, you have to do needle felting pom pom kits as well. They're really fun projects. Give me a yell if you want to hand with that. Actually, that's something. It's a good place to start, and it's. I'm trying to think. There's some of them you can do with just trimming without needle felting as well, but the needle felting aspect's fun. Because like you can make the snout. If you're making a wolf or tiger or something, you can make the snout like all felted, and then the rest is just a pom pom, and it's gorgeous. Random aside there. Okay, I think me puffin's near enough done because I'm not to overfelt these things because I always overfelt the make. I always overfelt the makers things. Let's go to just my big ugly mug. Movie. So here is me puffin. He's not bad actually. Look at those chubby cheeks. But yeah, it definitely looks kind of puffiny. So makers, thank you so much. This has been another fun kit actually. Learnt new methods of doing things. Definitely need to glue the feet a little bit, but I mean from a distance that looks good, doesn't it? All right. There we go. We are so running out of space to put things. Okay, guys, thank you so much for joining me. Ooh, table's a mess. Yeah, thank you so much for joining me. This has been fun. This is cool. I've actually got some I've got some white left this time. Usually I felt too firmly and I run out. Could make a pufflin out of I'm gonna have to Google pufflings and see about making one. Definitely, because we do have, yeah, I've got some black and I've got some red and brilliant. Overly generous with this kit, and I've got tons of that left, so we could definitely make a duck. And Alicia can show you how to make a runner duck body. Because that's one of the stages the puffin went through, and I'm only slightly teasing Alicia because if you felt they always go through ugly phases, but stick with it and it works out. Alicia passing the idea on to Steffi. Thank you so much. Thank you guys. Okay, you all have a fantastic Sunday. Have a great week. And I'll see you. Oh, yeah, you're gonna. I haven't recorded it yet. I'm about to record it. You're going to want to stick around. If you're an Etsy seller, you're going to want to check out tomorrow, probably, depending on how my hay fever is for recording. But Etsy's made some changes and they've not told anyone, and I just found out. So you're going to want to stick about. Not totally like teasing you there, but well, it's not because it's the truth. But anyway, right. Have an awesome time, guys, and I will see you next week where we will be doing piggies. I was gonna oink, but I'm not gonna do that on camera. The memes. No. Okay, take care, guys.